Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mystic Mountain Tarot. Today, I'm going to be going over just a few of the signs that you could be experiencing a spiritual awakening, okay? We're going to go over 7 signs, alrighty? So, sign number 1 is that you start craving purpose, right? You start feeling discontented with, just the everyday and the averageness of the reality that we live in, right? You really start to question, what you're doing, why you're doing it, what's the purpose, what's the meaning, things like that, right? Number 2, you start recognizing how unhappy other people are, right? And, and you start realizing, kind of how much of a cookie cutter, life that everybody kind of leads, and you start recognizing that, you might kind of live a different life, but everybody's really living kind of the same type of life. And you're like, whoa, I don't really want to be the cookie cutter. I don't want to have this 9 to 5, like average, normal kind of thing, right? Number 3, you start having vivid dreams, okay? You start really having some interesting dreams. And man, I remember when I first started awakening, my dreams were like wild, off the freaking charts, and I would remember them so prominently, like everything about them, the little details and stuff, and they were almost like they were real. They were real, dude. It felt so real. They were so vivid. And, that's a really big sign that you're awakening, because the spirit world is, sending you messages and different things and trying to get you to really question stuff, right? Number 4, you can experience hot flashes and or lights and electronics will act up in your presence, okay? So, you'll have light bulbs, just randomly pop out of nowhere, I just changed that light bulb, what on earth, things like that. You can start having the batteries on your cell phone die, or in your watch, or anything like that. Electronics could kind of act up and act kind of weird, right? Phones can just start going on you, right? And that's because you're raising your vibration. And so you have a lot more energy in you, and that can cause those hot flashes, all that energy, right? And, the lights and the electronics, they're not really used to that high vibration that you're bringing into this world, right? So they'll just start popping on you, okay? That can happen. Number 5, you start experiencing change in your sleep patterns, or tiredness and exhaustion. And that kind of goes with the vivid dreams also. It's like, oh boy, like I would be up all night long, like just pondering things and getting these ideas and creations. I was painting big time, when I was starting to awaken, just every day, and I was receiving all these messages and this clarity and these questions and just all kinds of things, and I just couldn't sleep because my mind was going like all the time. And tiredness and exhaustion, you can feel that when you have all that extra energy in you, with the hot flashes and stuff. You can feel that tiredness and that exhaustion because you have so much, your vibrations are so high, and your body's really kind of getting used to that. And detoxing, right? Getting rid of all that stuff that doesn't belong there in your higher vibrational life, okay? All right, number 6, you start digging deeper into yourself and the world. You start asking deeper questions and seeing a bigger picture, okay? So, we talked about this with starting to crave purpose, starting to wonder why is this happening? What's going on? What was the reason for this trauma? What was the reason for that trauma? Why does everybody live a cookie cutter life? why am I here? How am I different? How am I different? You know, like things like that. Just shoo fly. You know, things like that. And, you know, why is there so much conflict in the world? Why, you know, just all kinds of things, and just really digging deep. And once you get those answers, you're like, man, well, why this? Why that? You come up with all sorts of other questions, and you're really just, you know, trying to come into an understanding of life and how things are and why they are and different things like that, right? And you start seeing a bigger picture. You start connecting things. You start connecting the dots. You start to understand things in just a wider lens, right? You know, you start to understand kind of the connectivity between all things, right? And, you know, you start to recognize why those people are unhappy and start really, you know, seeing just this wideness. I don't know really how to say that. I'm having this like vision come through my head, but I'm not sure how to say that. Very interesting. Okay, so yes, you start asking deeper questions and you start seeing a bigger picture, okay? Number 7, you are becoming more drawn to personal development and spiritual growth. Okay, so, you know, you start wondering, you know, you start digging deeper and asking yourself questions, and then you're like, well, how can I overcome that? How can I overcome this? I have the strength in me, don't I? You know, you just start really pulling on that strength and really digging deep to perfect yourself. And not like you're imperfect, right? It's like acknowledging the perfection of your unique, flawed, you know, being, right? And developing that and learning on that and pulling in strength from that and really building on yourself in this great you know, kind of way, okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So I would say that, you know, if you're experiencing any or all or some of these, you are probably starting to experience a spiritual awakening, okay? If you guys have any questions or other things that you would like to add to this list, again, I'm just really touching on the surface here. There are a lot of things that can, you know, signify that you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. So, and let me know what you thought of this video. I would love to hear about anything else that you guys would like to add to this list or anything like that. So if you would like to be updated when I have more content, please like, subscribe, comment, do all that fancy stuff. And I will be starting to post relationship videos, relationship check-ins tomorrow. I will see you next time.